walls over in the new Griffin Center that are very interesting if you take the time to look at the pictures and read, and I suggest all students do that.
During my 3 years here at Ohio Dominican University, I've been delighted to hear stories every day and every week from all corners of the university. In this project, Transforming Lives, Sharing Our ODU Stories, I'm looking forward to hearing stories from the past and stories that take us into the future. This video should provide you some of the questions and provide some ideas for directions we might take. I look forward to hearing more of your stories. I invite you to be involved in the telling and the sharing of our part of ODU stories.
I would like to know who founded this university and why they didn't just go to Ohio State.
Good. Say it one more time.
Being run primarily by the sisters.
School started accepting males into the school. It used to be all girls because I want to know when they started.
Why are we the Panthers? That's a great question. But when again, I'm new at ODU, and when that giant panther came into my office and handed me a little miniature panther, I was like, what is going on?
I want to know, why is the school previously called St. Mary's of the Spring?
I'd like to know what the university's plans in regards to expansion, academics, and athletics are for the future.
We had a pitcher from ODU in like 2002. His name was Jonathan Sanchez, and he threw a no-hitter in the major leagues last year.
When was the first building built here?
I would like to know, out of all the colleges and university, why Ohio Dominican became to be so Catholic-based.
Okay, I would like to know who came up with the motto to contemplate and to share the fruits of this contemplation.
Well, the first day actually happened many, many years ago because I came here as an undergrad. And it's ironic to be back here 15, 20 years later teaching the same classes that I once took here. ODU is small enough to be a family.
Would you say ODU is a place of stories?
Oh, absolutely.
My first day when I got here, to be quite honest, I had not been on the ODU campus until I interviewed, and I didn't realize what a little gem we had here. You sat through some of the training and some of those sessions to learn more about the story, and I mean, until just a couple of the very recent presidents, they were all sisters of the Dominican order that ran the university. So it was
I've only been here for just under 2 years. I like Ohio Dominican University. I've never known much about Catholicism, and one thing that really impresses me about Ohio Dominican, that I think is special here, is that Ohio Dominican really is committed to the Catholic faith. You know,
It's a story that I'm not going to find in the history book, but I might find about something that your student did.
I can give one recent example of a student who, undergraduate, has a child returning to school to finish their degree to become a AYA secondary teacher. And this young woman went above and beyond. Not only did she make the Honor Society, she went above and beyond where she's a quieter person who will do all the work, not ask for any reward. And so we were at the Charles School and noticed that they didn't really have a library like a lot of schools. And so they spent the spring selling, getting used books from schools that didn't need them, that were still pretty good books, having them delivered to the Charles School, having them delivered here, getting books from teachers, getting money, and then we gave them raising a child, having to deal with all those issues. I don't know if I could do that.
My first day at ODU, I'm understanding that I started school when I was 28. I walked into a classroom full of people that weren't dressed like I was. Actually, there was a girl there with men's undergarments on. But I remember it specifically for this one reason. My first day in class, a girl walks in and sits in front of me and says, "Have they passed out the syllabus yet?" And I had no clue what a syllabus was. Coming to college as the father of 2 kids, you know, being a high school dropout, getting a GED, and then later in life coming back to college, I bring things that they don't understand. And the great thing for me is that they do the same thing for me. They give me a new perspective with their stories.
We have a box, which you well know, and let's pretend that box is in front of you.
Okay.
And you're reaching inside that box, and I pull out your story.
I think you would pull out stories about 22-year-olds that have no kids, but they're excited to be out there because they know they're going to make a difference. I think you would reach in and you would pull out stories about, you know, the greatest class that they've ever attended. And
I'm reaching further into the box. Will I find stories about everyday people at ODU, the non-students, non-faculty?
I think you would have to. I think you'll pull out stories, you know, about you know, the janitor and things that he may have seen that were humorous. The people that run the Griff see every day, or what the grounds crew has seen in the changing landscape of ODU over the past, you know, 2 or 3 years with all the construction and the things that have happened, and maybe how that's affected their life, or how that's. I think they're going to get. I think they're going to get stories of inspiration. ODU's is a special story because it is stories about ODU, and it is stories that fit ODU that the students will immediately connect to because they know this facility. But again, I think just how great this place is. I love this school. I really do. I would go nowhere else. The one thing I would want them to understand is when you come here, you know, you're really going to experience a close-knit society when you come here. And I think that's what the stories would reflect, is a sense of being at home and feeling comfortable here at ODU. I would want them to understand is when you come here, you know, you're really going to experience a close-knit society